Welcome back to the Everyday Banter, where we talk about money, life, and the occasional meltdown over avocado prices. Like, seriously, what is up with those?
Yeah, I'm Bill, and yes, I once paid like a whopping $14 for an iced matcha with oat milk, and then to top it off, tipped at 25%. Financial genius? Not quite. Definitely not.
And I'm Emily, currently in a very toxic relationship with Amazon Prime, and, just perpetually pretending I'm still on budget. It's a whole thing.
Today's episode is actually super inspired by Mr. Wonderful himself, Kevin O'Leary. The guy who totally looks like he'd fine you for just making poor life choices.
Oh, he definitely would. And Kevin says that, most people kind of just stay broke because of one little, almost invisible habit, spending about $28 every time they get paid on dumb stuff. But is he right? Is that actually what's happening? Let's totally dig into this. So, according to Kevin, it's like every time we get paid, we're just leaking about $28 on things like, fancy coffees or takeout and just stuff we don't even really remember buying a week later. It's wild.
Yeah, I actually went and checked my own transaction history for this. And last month alone, I spent a solid $96 literally just on delivery apps. That's 4 DoorDash regrets and 2 late night Thai orders. It really adds up, man.
Bill, that's so relatable. And that's totally the point, right? Those tiny purchases, they just feel so harmless. They really do. But then they stack. And Kevin's advice, his whole thing, is to take that $28 and just put it into savings the moment you get paid. Literally, the second you get paid, do it. Automate it. Make it completely untouchable.
Right, yeah. So let's just do the quick math on this, okay? If you're saving $28 every single week, that's $112 a month. And over a year, that's about $1,456. But here's where it gets wild. With a modest 7% annual compound interest over, say, 10 years, that's over $20,000. Literally just by redirecting your little guilty pleasures. It's kind of insane.
It really is. It's almost like pay yourself first before you pay Starbucks or Uber Eats or even that Target $1 trap aisle that we all fall into. It's about prioritizing yourself first.
So speaking of little habits, Kevin also talks a lot about something else that it really sneaks up on people. And that's what he calls lifestyle creep.
Oh, the dreaded lifestyle creep. Yeah, tell us about it.
Yeah, it's basically you make more money, right? You get a raise, you get a new job. So you naturally just spend more money. You don't actually get richer. You just upgrade your Uber to Black or, maybe you buy fancier coffee. It's your income goes up, but so do your expenses. And sometimes even more so.
Yeah, totally. It's so real. You look at a Gen Z worker making, let's say, $55,000 a year, and they might be spending 60% of it feels on rent and brunch and all their subscriptions. And it's crazy. I saw this Bankrate survey actually that said 63% of Americans are still living paycheck to paycheck. Even some making over $100,000 a year. It just blows my mind.
That's actually wild. It just shows you it's not always about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. And Kevin's his golden rule, which I think is pretty good, is that your housing should never exceed a third of your income. So, if you make, say, $3,000 a month, your rent shouldn't be more than $1,000, which, good luck in LA or NYC, right? That's a tough one.
Right? Oh my gosh. Yeah, exactly. But it's about the proportions though, right? You stretch your fixed expenses, your rent, your car payment, whatever it is. The second you do that, you just totally kill your flexibility. And then you're like just working to survive. You're not working to thrive. You're just trying to keep your head above water with these like increased fixed costs. It's so important to keep that space. Speaking of things that kill your flexibility and just, being able to thrive versus survive, I think this next point from Kevin is like truly the mic drop moment for me. Like, seriously, I remember hearing him say this and it just resonated so much.
Oh, hit me. What's the mic drop?
He says, and I quote, "Most marriages can survive infidelity. They can't survive financial stress."
Whoa. That's heavy. Wow. I mean, it's stark, but you know what? He's actually got like data to back it up. I was looking this up, and according to Ramsey Solutions, money fights are actually the second leading cause of divorce. And it's right after, infidelity. So, I mean, he's onto something there.
I know. And it's like, you hear that and you just think, whew, like that's intense. But it makes so much sense because money is it's woven into every single part of our lives, especially when you're sharing a life with someone. So Kevin's whole take on this is that you need total financial transparency in relationships, like really total. No secret spending, no, little financial red flags being swept under the rug, nothing.
Honestly, if someone's hiding like credit card debt, that's to me like worse than hiding an ex. Like it really is about that trust.
Totally. And it's not just about like avoiding the big fights. It's about like financial compatibility, right? I mean, if you're a saver dating a chronic spender, oh my gosh, that is a therapy session waiting to happen. You just know it.
So, okay, we talked about like all the scary stuff, right? The habits that are maybe not serving us, the traps, the relationship strain. But I think it's time we, actually pivot to some real solutions for like us, the real broke people out here.
Yes, please. I'm ready for the good news. What's Kevin got for us? What are the habits that actually help?
All right. So number one, and this kind of goes back to our $28 discussion, but it's auto transfer. It's so simple, Emily. Just set up an auto transfer of, say, that $28 or honestly, whatever you can afford on payday. The moment that money hits your account, boom, it goes to savings.
Oh, I love that. Like no feelings involved, right? No guilt, no debating it with yourself. It's just automation. It just happens. It's done.
Exactly. Just automation. You don't even think about it. And then number two, this is something I've actually tried to incorporate more, is what he calls the 48-hour rule.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
So, when you get that impulse to buy something, like, oh, you see it on Amazon or you're walking past a store, his advice is just wait 48 hours. Seriously. If you still want it after 2 full days and you've thought about it, then, it's probably worth it.
But if you totally forgot about it?
Exactly. If you completely forgot about it, congratulations. You just saved yourself like $75, It's amazing how much stuff we buy on impulse that we don't even really want.
Oh, that's so true. I mean, my Amazon cart is a graveyard of forgotten desires. I'll say that. Okay, what's next?
Number 3 is to budget with style, which I think is a great way to put it. Kevin's a big proponent of using budgeting apps. Like he mentions NYAB or Rocket Money or Monarch.
Oh yeah, those are great ones.
Yeah, I mean, the idea is they make budgeting feel less like a chore and more like almost like a video game in a way. You're tracking your progress, you're seeing the numbers change, and the reward isn't just points, it's like actual financial freedom.
Right. It's financial freedom. It's not just, a high score. And honestly, it really helps visualize where your money is going, which is super powerful. Okay, what's the last one?
The fourth one is conscious consumption. This really resonates with me. Kevin suggests you should only spend money when it brings you like long-term value. He poses this question you should always ask yourself. Will this make my life better in 3 months?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, if the answer is no, then just skip it. It's not about deprivation. It's about being intentional with your money, thinking beyond the immediate gratification.
You know, that last one, conscious consumption, it really just feeds right into this next part, which is like Kevin's whole approach really, it's so rooted in discipline and habits, actually. He always says building wealth isn't about like your IQ. It's really not.
Yeah.
He knew people, for example, making like $40,000 a year who became millionaires. And then he also knew people making like $300,000 a year who stayed totally broke.
Yeah, that's wild when you think about it. I mean, it really does come down to just mindset, right? Like it's how you see money. If you see money as, this tool for power and for freedom, then you're going to treat it with a lot more respect. You're going to like think twice.
Right, like an enabler.
Exactly. But if you see it as just something to burn for like that immediate dopamine hit, that instant gratification, then, well, welcome to debt, I guess. That's kind of where you're headed. So to wrap it all up, I mean, Kevin O'Leary, he was right? That whole $28 habit, it might seem kind of, cute or harmless now, but honestly, it's quietly, subtly just robbing your future.
Yeah, but the good news, though, is like, you can change it. You got to start small, be intentional, and just remember, broke isn't like a personality trait. It's a phase for sure.
Exactly. Well, we'll be back next week with more of this chaotic wisdom, hopefully. But until then, really just take care of your money because ultimately it's taking care of your options, right?
Absolutely. This has been the Everyday Banter. Stay curious, everyone. Stay caffeinated. And maybe, just maybe, skip that third Uber this week.
Hi, Broke Besties.